It is an injustice we discovered. It's worse in North Carolina than in any other state as well. Schools suspending students with disabilities, sending those children home at length for disruptive behavior tied to their disabilities, rather than coming up with ways to keep them in the class learning, in essence, depriving those kids of their right to an education. That's how we're going to start the 5:30 with this type of investigation. I'm Colin Mayfield.
And I'm Vanessa Rufus. This week, Governor Roy Cooper's office weighed in, calling our report concerning and telling us school policies must aim to meet student-specific needs instead of simply removing those students from the classroom.
That's right. As part of our suspended series, Nate Morabito's continues seeking solutions. He visited a specialized school aimed at giving the most vulnerable kids another option.
For 13-year-old Pablo,
Pablo is this incredible, sweet child.
Life is not black and white.
He is not like everybody else.
There is plenty of gray.
I think of him as someone who makes me think about the world differently.
Diagnosed with autism, ADHD, and a language disorder, he questions everything.
It makes me smarter, right? Like being around someone who doesn't really take things at its value, he questions it. The rest of the world does not like that. Everybody wants to just learn, understand the definition, and keep moving.
His mom, Raquel Lynch, says the charter school he attended during the pandemic failed to meet his needs, and as a result, routinely sent him home early from school.
It was not an easy path.
Wasting his potential.
Knowing that my kid is smart and he can learn, but he is not in an environment in which he can be supported to learn, it was heartbreaking.
Eventually, she found Melmark, a small, specialized school in Charlotte for kids with profound disabilities.
Academically, he's thriving.
Where he's welcomed in the classroom every day of the school year.
He's happier about himself, which I think is the most important thing. He doesn't feel like he's doing something wrong all the time.
Do you ever send kids home early?
No.
Ever suspend children?
Nope.
Run by a nonprofit, Melmark is where almost 30 kids get an individualized education 226 days a year. Taught and supported by special education teachers, education coordinators, and counselors who are trained to understand their specific needs.
Other schools may see behavior as this huge problem. We see behavior as some symptom that we need to help support so we can get to education.
In the past, studies suggested students with disabilities fared better in traditional schools, surrounded by their peers. But newer research raises questions about whether mainstreaming is best in every case.
I think inclusivity is critical, but if a child's sitting in a classroom and not interacting with their peers, not able to sit in the cafeteria, not able to participate in gym, what you've done is isolate that child so they can be around peers and they're not learning, and I think that's a much greater injustice.
President and CEO Rita Gardner calls this part of a continuum of care. She says still a new concept around here that many have not yet fully embraced. Melmark is an arm of the public school system. In order for a student to attend there, their existing district has to agree to send them and then fund their education.
Yes.
The nonprofit moved into a new location in August, hoping to one day teach up to 75 kids. If districts sign off on their placement,
You ready?
students may learn here their entire childhood. Some will even return to their original school.
I just think the world of my kid.
Raquel Lynch isn't sure which path Pablo will eventually take. She just wants the best possible environment that allows him to be independently successful.
Like, if you ask me what I fear the most, it's failing my kid and not helping him navigate what's possible for him.
A reminder, Pablo can teach us a lesson too.
It's unjust to do nothing when you know so much more.
Everything isn't as black and white as we want it to be. Nate Morabito, WCNC Charlotte.
Of course, we know this is a complicated issue, and our goal is to reflect voices from a diverse set of stakeholders, especially in this conversation. Whose voices have we missed? We want to know. Please email us at newstips@wcnc.com.